Oh! Is he wanted? Roll over. Roll over.
Get on the ground. Oh yeah, put me on the ground. Watch out, ma'am.
It's amazing how quickly the mighty fall when their corruption is finally exposed. In today's video, we'll be witnessing officers who made an oath to uphold the law, violate it against common citizens, and then pay for it. Starting with our first case, where an officer thought it right to treat a citizen horribly over a mistake that everyone makes.
Oh! Oh! I got that record!
On July 28, 2024, in Los Angeles, a man named Alexander Mitchell was waiting for a friend in his car when an officer approached him about how he was parked. It was an incredibly small issue. It turned out to have devastating consequences.
Hey, roll the windows down.
What's going on?
Can you roll all the windows down?
What's going on?
Roll all the windows down. You're parked. You're double parked.
So what's going on though?
You're double parked, man. And you're sitting in the car.
I'm where I'm
Turn the
supposed
car
to be at.
Huh?
It ain't on.
Alright.
The officer immediately took on a very presumptuous attitude while informing Mitchell's going so far as to even open his car door, a detail that Mitchell would not miss.
But what's going on? I'm not on probation parole.
Okay.
I'm at my
You
house
have an
in
ID on
Trumbull.
you. You're double parked.
But what does that mean though?
There's a car. You're double parked
What
the
does that
wrong
mean?
way in the street.
What does that mean? Why you open my door? I'm not on probation
have a
parole.
license?
I got everything. Why you
Okay,
open my
grab your
door?
license for me, man.
I do, but why you open my door?
Huh? Because you're ignoring me.
I didn't ignore
Can
you.
you step out of the car?
Yeah, I can step out the car. Open my door like that. Weird.
Face the car.
I ain't no probation or parole. For what?
I'm gonna
though?
pat you down for what?
First, the officer made a bogus claim of Mitchell's ignoring him when he was clearly honest and open with the officer. But the way the officer blatantly profiled Mitchell, assuming him as a threat, was disgusting.
Why you sensing up, dude? Cause he, look what the is he doing? How you acting, bro? Man, get him off me. I know my way. Get him off me. Put your hands behind your back. Bro, you about to get taped, bro. You about to get killed. Just put your hands behind your back, bro. Just put your hands behind your back, dude. Put your hand behind your back. Your hands behind your back. Man, what did I do?
When Mitchell resisted the idea of him being searched simply due to the officer's bias, they immediately moved to arrest him, with no crime being committed thus far. However, what these officers did next in reaction was their most atrocious sin.
Oh! Oh! I got that record!
What did I do?
You're gonna get in the car, man. You're going to jail.
Turn it over that way so you can I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
All of this over double parking. Now, what is insane is that so many people do this all of the time, everywhere you go, but you don't see any of them being dragged and manhandled like Mitchell's was.
How you doing, sir? Hey, good. How are you? Good. We're gonna have to put him on the gurney. Okay. He's punched in the face. Officers have trouble breathing.
Hey, come on, man. Relax, dude. You gotta relax. All right. Gurney, relax, man. Hey, get on me.
What's your name? Delo. You're already in the gurney. Relax, man. There's no point in resisting. Oh, okay. Can you just cooperate? Delo, scoot back.
Tell I ain't do nothing.
Imagine straight up hooking someone across the face for resisting an illegal arrest and then expecting them to be magically okay with you and cooperate. Talk about insensitive jerks. Gage, who is Mitchell's attorney, has filed a complaint against the LAPD in connection with the incident. The officer who threw the punch was taken off field duty pending an investigation. However, when it comes to profiling, some cops don't even bother making up a reason for their actions, like in our next case.
Is he wanted? Roll over. Roll over.
On June 6, 2020, in Fairfax, Minneapolis, a mentally unsound man, Lamonta Gladney, would be walking around the streets yelling for oxygen. Police and paramedics would arrive to de-escalate the situation, but things soon went horribly wrong.
Did you call, sir? Did you call? No? Okay. Did you hear anybody? Apparently somebody was saying they needed...
Monty Gladney, man.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, man?
Good.
Monty Gladney, man.
Nice to meet you. Somebody said they needed oxygen. That was you?
Yes.
Okay, we want to go over to the fire department.
What?
Yeah.
Hey,
You don't need oxygen?
Why need oxygen? Why you need oxygen? Why you need oxygen?
When the officer arrived, Gladney politely introduced himself, but it soon became clear he was not quite all there, unable to perceive the officer's words.
Who? Tobiah Pittman.
Who's Tobiah Pittman?
Tobiah Pittman. Tobiah Pittman.
Who's that?
Tobiah Pittman need help bad.
Okay.
Tobiah Pittman need help bad.
Yeah, look out for 2 motorcycles racing in the neighborhood. No further in the lookout, 1369.
We take you to the hospital? Yeah. You'll go with us to the hospital? Yeah. You get in the back of the ambulance? Yeah. Come on.
So you're gonna get in the back of the ambulance, right? No?
While it was clear Gladney was not in his senses, he neither was a threat to anyone around him and was ready to be taken care of. Until things took a quick left turn.
Is he wanted?
Roll over. Roll over.
No!
Anthony, relax. Anthony, relax. Anthony, give me your arm. Anthony.
Step it up.
An officer, Tyler Timberlake, immediately butted into the scene and tased Gladney without even comprehending the situation, and continued to tase him even on the ground.
I got you. Got the arm. Get up. I got you. Got the arm. Got him. Come on, man. Calm down. You got cuffs? You got cuffs? Arms under here under
We're at Fordson and Fordson.
Jackson under your belly. I got him, Jackson. Go ahead, let's go touch him.
I got his shoulder down.
I got him right here. You got him right here. Coming up. Got him. Got him.
You can't breathe, did he?
All right, get him. Nobody on him.
You can't breathe, did he?
No, nobody's on your neck. Nobody's on your neck, buddy.
What makes this incident all the more disgusting is that it was only days after the George Floyd incident in that same city. It just goes to show this kind of corruption and prejudice in the system was not just limited to the 2 officers in that case. Timberlake was relieved of duty and charged with 3 counts of misdemeanor assault and battery. Nearly 2 years later, he was acquitted by a Fairfax County jury. Gladney did not testify during Timberlake's trial, but sued Timberlake and the county and settled the case for $150,000. In our next case, however, an officer not only shows a dangerous disregard for the law, but also a petty childishness to go along with it.
Get on the ground.
Oh yeah, put me on the ground.
Watch out, ma'am.
Put me on the ground.
On June 16, 2022, a Toronto cop, Musa Talil, arrived at the scene of an altercation with a man infuriated over the fact that he received a parking ticket. While several other officers had arrived on the scene, Talil would set himself apart from them with his behavior.
I want to stop causing a disturbance right now.
Buddy, shut the
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I'm on the gonna
Get on the ground.
Oh yeah, put me on the ground.
Watch out, ma'am.
Put me on the ground. Do something for yes. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Let's him do something. The stupid little mother. Over here giving people tickets left and right.
Despite the man's unwarranted anger, he was completely unarmed and making no physical moves. Yet Talil still deemed it necessary to pull a weapon out on him, acting like a schoolyard bully.
Okay, so be reasonable with us.
Yeah, but tell him to have some respect. He's wearing a fucking uniform. I was a security guard for 12 years. I know that.
What did he say to you?
It's fucking disrespectful the way he talked to me.
How?
You don't talk to me, I call me a fucking boy. I'm a man, you little bitch.
Stop walking towards me like that.
But there ain't nobody walking towards you, and if I walk to you, there's no all you're gonna do. Nothing you're gonna do. You hear me?
I don't know.
Because I'm ready to die, but I fucking you.
Over a parking ticket?
I don't give a fuck. I'll die for less than that, motherfucker.
The man revealed the true reason for his unbridled rage, that the officer who gave him a ticket had allegedly been racially mocking him.
This is a you nigga, you come in acting like you're bad. I make an example out of you. Do something
No,
you
you're
do.
not. You're not. Keep
Then
yapping
put
in
your
your
face
mouth.
and put it on me, you then you see what
Keep
happens.
running your mouth.
Yes,
That's, you know.
come on,
Yeah.
you little white supremacy brother.
Yeah, white supremacy.
Why don't
Shut
you
your
give
mouth.
You a bonus, you
Shut your mouth.
Why don't you do it now?
Shut your mouth.
Do it, nigga.
Shut your mouth.
I'm done now, you
Go away.
You wanna make me?
Yeah, come walk towards me.
I'm walking towards you now,
Yeah.
Do something, you
When the man started running his mouth at Officer Talil, he did what no cop should do in a situation like this and started arguing back like a middle schooler trying to win an argument. It just goes to show just how mature of a person he was.
Yeah.
Do it, you and you see if you don't suffer some serious consequences.
Yeah. Keep threatening me.
Not threatening, I'm telling you, there's consequences to your action. You
Yeah. I'm offended you calling me.
hear what you offended off?
Yeah. I'm really
I'm
offended.
just showing you that
Yeah,
I'm more
nigger.
supreme than you.
Yeah,
any
you're
day,
not
you
supreme. Pull up your shorts and go back inside.
I'm cool. I'm cool. Ain't nothing he's gonna do because I'm sure I'm ready to die. I'm ready to die.
Yeah. Because I'm offended
See,
by
now
you.
what? Hold on, let's go. Stop. Let me out.
This guy's behavior was way out of line, but as an officer of the law, Talil was to be held to a higher standard. A standard he repeatedly kept failing as he brought his ego out into this incident. However, this wouldn't be the only thing he would do out of his wounded pride.
Buddy, listen to me. You don't approach somebody and call him a boy. That's very disrespectful. I'm even older than him.
So why don't you explain that when we come here? Yeah, you fuck up.
Your mother's a bitch and a whore.
Oh yeah, where's your mother? Where's your mother? Where's your mother?
Actually, you know what?
yeah.
She's dead, but
Good,
your
good.
mother was me last night.
Yeah, sure was.
I always want to show. What if, take it easy.
It's over a parking
To be
ticket and
inside
just
white
running
side,
that
white
guy there.
supremacists.
Doing exactly the same thing when we got here. I cautioned it for causing a disturbance.
We met
But
already.
Excuse me? Cautioned him, you say.
get on the ground.
Oh yeah, put me on the ground.
Watch out, man.
Put me on the ground.
It seems not only was Talil so butthurt he felt the need to keep escalating the situation, but also tried to lie about his own involvement, all because he held a grudge.
What do you call it?
Buddy, I can
That guy
scream.
there.
Listen to me. I can scream whatever. Let me tell you something. I'm governed. Whatever. Listen. One second. I'm telling you this. For your sake and everybody's sake, I'm a killer. I kill for a living. I don't give a I'll tell you that straight. Put on your camera, record, and I don't give a and I'm ready to die. Die from cancer, don't give a But when somebody approaches me and calls you a boy, that's a slave code for slave. And I even got a chance to address it because you call me a boy. Who the
The man was adamant on the fact that he was willing to die on this hill, referring to his career in security. This bit of information will be useful for what happened next.
Buddy, because that right there, come try and take. Hey, let me
Sir,
tell you.
sir.
Hold your taser and put it at me and see what happens.
Okay for now from what I'm hearing, but he's quite loud. It's hard to hear.
I'm out. What he did was wrong. Okay, he can give his ticket and all. But don't go around calling people boy. That's very disrespectful.
Alright, so for 1734.
Where are you from, 14?
Leo,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we did a thing down there.
you call him boy. You call him a boy.
It seems Talil's attempt at twisting the story to his advantage quickly failed, as this guy was not willing to be silent at all.
Buddy, I didn't threaten nobody like okay?
Be cool, be cool.
Put your hand behind your back.
You're arrested.
Sifu,
You're under arrest for
Sifu, I didn't threaten nobody, buddy.
It'll be dealt with. Obviously, it's investigated, right? To make a statement.
And who are you?
I'm a detective constable. Sorry, I know I'm in.
You see me threaten him?
No. So obviously, I just spoke with the parking enforcement officer, right? They're taking a statement right now.
Okay, and what did he say I said?
So he said you tried to kill him.
What?
So,
Okay, it's recorded, right? Okay, good.
so that's what they're doing.
Okay, that's right, because good, very good, very good.
Since the man's fury had managed to hurt all their precious little egos, Talil and the other officers would decide to arrest him in retaliation, twisting his own words against him.
I'm a killer. I kill for a living. I don't give I'll tell you that straight. Put it on your camera, record, and I don't give a and I'm ready to die.
Two very different meanings here, as he was simply exaggerating himself and his own bravado rather than threatening anyone.
Do you need anything from the car?
But it just don't
Don't
talk.
ask us
Well, I'm taking
anything.
it.
Don't talk.
No, you're not taking him.
You're not taking nothing.
No,
That's my
I don't
wife's
want
mouth.
him. I don't want him taking him.
Do you have a
You're
say?
not taking me nowhere.
Yeah, I do have a say.
No, you don't. Is that one of your customers or he owns here? Paul, where do you want him to go?
Sifu.
Okay, he's gonna go with him? Okay.
This guy, okay?
Okay.
Okay, don't worry about it, buddy.
Unfortunately for Talil and his smug attitude, his behavior that day wouldn't go unnoticed. It turns out Talil had broken several laws himself, dangerously speeding his way to the scene of this incident, as well as the ones on camera, and would be taken off the field. His response was priceless. Our final case for the day includes almost 6 heavily armed officers against 1 smart citizen, and you won't be able to guess who's winning.
Okay, well, you have no authority over me, so...
Well,
you don't.
You don't have any authority over me.
I'm not telling you which way to walk.
On October 13th, 2024, the channel owner Long Island Audit uploaded footage of his experience standing on a sidewalk outside the U.S. National Reconnaissance Office, where the security's treatment of him was, to put it lightly, less than ideal.
Hey, how are you? Who are you, sir?
What do we do? Are you videotaping?
Who are you, sir?
Facility? I'm an officer. I'm with, I work here.
Do you work for the government or do you work for a private security company?
Is there a reason why you're asking these questions?
Well, yes, because you came up to me and you asked me if I needed anything, so I would like your name and what security company you work for.
The reason why we're asking you is because you
Hey, sir, can I get your name and what security company you work for?
The interaction naturally began with a lot of questioning, as a man standing right outside the fence with a camera is a peculiar sight. But when Sean threw that same energy back at them, suddenly they became too shy to answer him.
Dude, you do realize you've already crossed the fence line, right?
Isn't that the fence right there behind me?
Fence starts right over there, sir. You can record anything you want outside in the sidewalk.
This is publicly accessible. There is no fence line.
There's actually a sign in front.
Right. There's a sign.
Past the fence line. But give us a second, we'll get you some help.
Right. I'm sorry, sir. Who are you and what security company do you work for?
It's like watching a first grader get too awkward to introduce himself in front of the class, but this was only the beginning.
You guys are armed to the teeth, huh? Do you guys receive a lot of threats on this facility or anything like that? Is that why you need to be armed?
So just so you're aware, you are actually trespassing because this is private property.
This is public property. How is it private?
Actually, our property begins within that fence line right there.
What fence line?
You see that fence right there, the black fence right there?
Yeah, I see the fence.
You see the other fence?
But it's open to the public. There's nothing that says that this is restricted area of anything. The restricted area is behind the fence. That's the way it said.
How much would you guys be willing to bet that the security guard made up this little unknown fact right there just to get rid of Sean? Because it was clear he wasn't going to simply back down.
It's open. How did I get in here if it's restricted? You're not doing a good job of restricting it if I got here, right?
Well, that's what we're here.
But how did I get into a restricted area without hopping a fence or doing anything like that? Are you law enforcement?
We're security.
You're security? Okay. Maybe we could talk to law enforcement?
Yeah. They're on their way. We can talk to them.
Okay, great.
Just make sure you stay away because there's a lot of traffic right here.
Right. I don't want to get in anybody's way.
The fact that a random car casually drove by them at the same moment as this guard claiming that Sean was standing in a restricted area is a straight up divine display of the guard's ignorance right there.
I'm not past the fence. I'm not.
They're all monitored. So that's why we're here because we were able to see it.
Okay, yeah. So you have cameras here too?
Absolutely.
Right. So what's wrong with one more? It's just one more camera. I'm not a threat to anybody here. I'm just getting some B-roll footage of a taxpayer-funded facility. This is a government facility, correct? Yeah, so my tax dollars goes to support this facility. So I just wanted to come out and take a look.
So far, Sean had only been playing with his food with these 2 security guards acting like shy little girls while lugging around heavy rifles. But the real challenge was yet to come.
This is public property.
No, this is not public property.
How is it not public property? It's open to the public. This is a secure area here behind me, and I'm not in the secure area, Sergeant.
You got guidelines right here. You are in the secure area.
But there's nothing that labels this a secure area. There's nothing that says this, you are now entering a restricted area. There's no signage, nothing. There are signage that say you can't go past the gate here.
As more security personnel arrived and got a taste of Sean's strict logic, it soon became clear they never bothered to give their jobs that much thought.
Come on, right here where you stand. I'm not saying right where I'm standing, no, but there's nothing preventing anybody from going this way. What's the issue? Am I getting national security secrets by standing in a publicly accessible area? I'm not in a restricted area, am I?
I'm telling you where you are. You are questioning.
But you're not law enforcement.
I'm mentioning this again, but the fact that all these guards are standing here trying to convince Sean that he's trespassing while public vehicles just drive right behind them is way too hilarious to take seriously at this point.
Well, then can we get law enforcement so I can speak to somebody who actually has knowledge of the law?
I'm done answering your questions.
Or hopefully they have knowledge of the law.
I'm done answering your questions.
We have someone en route who's going to answer all your questions.
Listen to me.
This is publicly accessible area. I got here by... If this is a restricted area, it's a very bad restricted area. Private. Who owns it? The government. So the government's private? I mean, sounds silly to me that the government would be a private entity.
These guards just proved with every passing moment that they weren't paid to think at all, but to only intimidate and shoo away people. Sean wouldn't tolerate this.
We have another officer here. Hey, how are you, sir? Yeah, just because you came up behind me, so I just wanted to make sure I got you. You were called to the location? Okay, not a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this all necessary for a man with a camera? I know you don't want to answer any questions, Sergeant. It's a rhetorical one then. You don't have to answer, but...
This entire incident thus far just goes to show how fragile these kinds of government employees really are. And despite all their heavy weapons and intimidation, can't even win an argument against one auditor.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? I'm taking pictures, man. I'm taking pictures. I'm not. I'm being very cordial. You know me. I'm being cordial. No, I'm not giving anybody a hard time, man.
Come on now.
I'm taking pictures in public. Is that a problem?
Those are good people.
If you know who I am, I'm not bothering anybody.
I know that, but come on now. You know what I'm saying? He's a well-followed YouTuber. Well-followed. He give a training to police department too.
Even one of the employees inside the facility knew about Sean and his work around government institutions, so you would think this would dispel their unnatural fear. But unfortunately, quite the opposite happened.
I'm the duty officer for the day, so that's all you need to know.
That's all I need to know.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I just wanted to know. Are you a law enforcement officer? Okay. I don't understand what's going on. I'm just taking some pictures and video.
You're on private property, sir.
It's private. Who owns it?
This is private property, sir.
Who owns it?
So you're on private property once you come off the sidewalk out there.
But who owns this property?
So we're going to be taking care of that here in just a minute.
But who owns the property? There's no sign saying that.
The ID on you, sir?
Well, you're not a law enforcement officer, so I don't have to give you anything. I wouldn't have to give a law enforcement officer my ID. I'm not breaking any laws.
The duty officer kept stubbornly insisting what everyone else had failed to prove thus far, and the best thing he managed to do was simply dodge all of Sean's questions.
So if it's a private, do you own it?
I'm not going to sit here and argue with you.
I don't want to argue with you either. Do you own the property?
So if you can just please step back, sir. Please step back that way. Yeah.
Step back which way?
Just start walking back that way.
Is law enforcement coming? Because I would like them to clear up your misconceptions of what's private and public property.
They're on their way, sir.
They're on their way?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll wait for them over here. No problem.
Well,
There's no need. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for them. I said I'll wait for them. No problem.
I said walk that way, sir.
Okay. Well, you have no authority over me, so.
Oh, well,
you don't.
You don't have any authority over me.
I'm not telling you which way to walk.
The duty officer repeatedly tried to assert dominance over Sean like a gorilla in a zoo enclosure, but to no avail, given the fact that he still could not answer some very simple questions.
So I don't understand you obviously don't know the law. You don't know the difference between public and private property. It's ridiculous. You don't know the difference. How is it private if it's owned by we the people? How is it private? What sign?
On this property,
No, once you enter in the secure property.
Sir, you're subject to search and seizure.
So search me, go ahead. You can't, right? That's what I thought. All right, that's what I thought.
And And with that, Sean successfully managed to film these ignorant man babies and expose their illegal gang-like posturing for everyone to see. So with that satisfying conclusion, we end today's topic of the video. Please consider showing your support by liking this video, and make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, then check out the next video right here.